So we're talking about Dynamite, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, welcome back to
Dude,
This Week in
this
Elite.
week,
We're not in front of each other. It doesn't work.
Yeah, fuck.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll find a new thing.
So we're doing a bit different this week. We are, recording it over, over Discord, because we want to try it.
This is a remote record.
Remote record, because, I don't know, we'll see if we can pump out the episodes a bit faster, a bit more recent, because we keep doing this thing where we wait a week and go, oh shit, what happened? Which isn't really working that well.
No,
so we're trying this. No. Yes.
So should we just jump right into it?
Yeah, let's go.
We started the night off with Ishii versus Jon Moxley.
It was a good match.
I loved this match so much. It's everything that I want out of wrestling. Two guys smacking each other.
Yeah.
No selling.
Oh, yeah, it was good. I don't know, I predicted that Moxley was going to win, because Ishii got the pin at Forbidden Door, so I was like, oh yeah, that just makes sense. But, holy shit, sometimes I think that it could go either way. They convinced me.
That is a testament to this match that, there was... It was so obvious who was going to win going into it, but, there were points in time during the match where there was actually a thought crossing my mind that, well, maybe they'll let Ishii get the pin. Maybe they want to send him back to Japan with a win.
Exactly. But, no, it was good. And Moxley bled.
Moxley bled, as he always does. Doesn't look like
without blading.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he bladed.
After, I think it was just a lot of headbutting.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like there was a cut on his head after, the forearm exchanges. And then after the headbutting, it just seems like it opened up.
Yeah, just Ishii's heavy forearms. Just a big guy. A little pit bull, stone pit bull, just forearms into the face.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing about this match, that's an interesting story development, is that Eddie Kingston came out during the match to keep Claudio and Yuta away from Ishii.
No, it was good.
Mox was unhappy with that, it turns out.
Wasn't a happy little guy, Mox. Mox, known for his sunshine and rainbows, wasn't too happy.
Not a happy camper. But, still won the match, and Eddie and Mox sort of verbally argued and then stormed off. Yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying this BCC story with Kingston.
I love the BCC.
I love that Kingston hates Claudio. And that's
consistent.
That's his primary character drive in this, is just hatred of Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, it's good.
He's he's just a spiteful little bastard, isn't he?
He's like, oh, why you hate Claudio? It's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, I'm liking anything the BCC is in right now. It's good. It's violence. None of that Jeff Jarrett, Carney stuff you hate. Oh, because there's no Jeff Jarrett's? It was really good. It was I find sometimes when I get because I'm not I don't want to say I'm not super engaged in wrestling, but I can find myself drifting away if the wrestling gets a bit boring. And this week I didn't do that as much. Yeah, look at me run a podcast and be like, yeah, I get bored.
I mean, it's an understandable reaction, I would say.
It happens.
Shall we move on to the next?
Yeah.
So the next segment is Adam Cole is backstage. He's just pulled up in a car.
Oh my god, yeah.
Starts having an interview with Renee. Says, I don't know where MJF is. And then MJF pulls up.
Pops his little head out. Hey, broski.
Hey, broski. He loves Adam Cole.
I mean, it makes sense.
He's great at this. He's really good at like just that he's faking it, but it's so funny the whole time. MJF is like, we should hang out, like, get to know each other. Adam Cole's like, you want to get to know me? MJF looks at him and goes, that is quite literally what I said.
Yeah.
I mean, good call out, I would say.
No, I like it. I like the dynamic of them too. It's good.
It's gonna be interesting seeing them in the Blind Eliminator tag team tournament.
It'll be good.
I will say one thing that has soured me a little bit is that they announced for the Blind Eliminator tag tournament later tonight, Swerve in Our Glory will be back together. So
yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah,
to me that's weird that you would have two teams that is like, can they get along?
Yeah, it seems like for not doing this gimmick for a while, AEW kind of just blew their load all at once on this.
Yeah, they just went double the trouble.
Double the trouble.
But so I'm hoping that like they'll distinguish them enough that it won't feel like repetitive.
Keith turn heel and becomes part of the Mogul affiliates.
I hope not. I love.
He goes, you know what, Swerve? You're right. I agree. Let's be evil together. Moo ha 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 ha.
I love Keith Lee too much to want that for him.
Yeah. Jesus. Fair.
Anyway, that was a pretty simple segment.
Yeah, and then also matching t-shirts.
Matching t-shirts. That's cool. Right. That's the other thing. They got
Better
tag
than
match.
Baby.
Better than you, baby. Yeah.
And yeah. And then they did a follow-up promo. Should we just talk about it now because they're both two same promos?
Yeah, we'll just talk about the follow-up promo now.
Like, because MJF is like, oh, I don't want to be here, and what's his name, Adam Cole was like, oh, I gotta go see my friends, and then he's in the car park ready to leave. This is another segment, and Roderick Strong comes up and goes, hey, Buckaroo, how's it going? And he's like, oh, hey, I got a tag with MJF, and he's like, wow, okay, and why are you doing that? And he's like, oh, I'm just pretending, and he's like, oh, he's gonna re-watch this back, and then MJF comes out, and I mean, he's not gonna fucking watch this. It's true.
It's true.
MJF doesn't watch that. Doesn't watch it.
I like that they've established within the canon of the show that MJF just doesn't watch the show.
I mean, why would he?
No reason for him to watch the show.
He's the star of it. Why would he watch it?
That would be egotistical of him to watch the show that he's the star of.
Yeah, exactly. He's really humble.
Well, he is salt of the earth.
Look, MJF is just such a humble guy, and he doesn't watch his own shows. He doesn't watch his own shows. It's a bit egotistical if he did.
Moving on from that, we have a backstage promo with Renee Paquette yelling at John Moxley. What's going on? I'm sick of this. And Eddie Kingston comes in, and then he and Moxley square up to each other, and then Moxley walks away, and Renee points at Kingston and says, I've had enough. You need to fix this.
You need to fix it. She... Like, I think I said she went from nice interviewer to yelling wife real quick.
I mean, and understandably so.
Oh, yeah.
This Blackpool Combat Club bullshit's gone on too long, and it needs to be fixed.
With blood and... Oh, spoilers.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all we really need to say about that segment.
Well, what was next?
Next was the trios match between Orange Cassidy, El Hijo del Vikingo, and Keith Lee versus Daniel Garcia.
JS.
Yeah, Daniel Garcia, Daddy Magic, and Cool Hand.
This was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was a kind of thrown together trio for Cassidy, Lee, and Vikingo, but also like, those three are all good wrestlers. Daniel Garcia is a good wrestler. Cool Hand Ange
2.0.
Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic know their place.
Yeah, but I feel like
they're good for what they do. They're
old
very
2.0 did well.
They're very good comedy wrestlers, and that is they know that. They know that that's what they're good at, and that's what I love about 2.0.
I'm glad they're not calling themselves 2.0 anymore, because I remember when they were a tag team when I first started watching. I was like, why the fuck are they called 2.0? Why are they spelling 2.0 like that? It was like the most frustrating way you could spell / write 2.0. They did.
Yeah, it was 2 fully spelled out .0.
Why? No, it did. They did well. I'm pretty sure Vikingo got a minor concussion again.
Yeah, that spot where Vikingo jumps out, 2.0 get out of the way, and I believe Keith Lee was supposed to catch him, but he only got his feet.
Yeah.
And he got his feet straight to the head.
Yeah.
So
That's all right.
both of them, I think, got a little bit of a minor concussion off that one.
Jesus.
Orange Cassidy is always good in a match. I don't think that he did much that is notable in this match.
He took Cool Hange's flickable Audi comb.
Yeah, his switchblade comb.
Yeah, he took that. That was funny. It's funny. I liked it. It was a good bit.
I was just gonna say, most of this match was Vikingo getting worked over. I would say that was the primary part of this match, and then they were obviously building up to Keith Lee being the hot tag,
Which was good. Which was good.
It's a good idea.
Good idea. Yeah.
And Cassidy just kind of faded into the background a little bit, I think.
I mean, it's not too bad. He's playing the kayfabe injured type shtick.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it, but you may not want your champion fading into the background. But if it's one match, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, but yeah, I was happy with how the JAS kind of did in this, especially not seeing Cool Hand and Daddy Magic wrestle for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys are actually doing pretty well. I wouldn't mind seeing more of them. Reunite 2.0, spell it better, thanks. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I don't think.
Big Bang Catastrophe, which they're now calling a supernova, from Keith Lee on...
I think they're scared. I think they're scared to call it for what it really is.
Yeah, I think so too.
The network's scared of the BBC.
Can't believe it.
The British Broadcasting Corporation, or wherever. What does it stand for?
I believe it's British Broadcasting Channel.
Oh, yeah, they're scared of the BBC.
I mean, I would be too. They're British,
I would be scared of Keith Lee's BBC.
Moving on. We had a promo from the Elite. They have an open challenge for a trios match and are quickly interrupted by the Dark Order, who accept their challenge.
But Hangman is a little bit on the spectrum, and he didn't get the social cues. He was they were like, oh yeah, we'll be in that match. And he's like, oh guys, I guess we can make it a 12-man. It'll be a little bit crowded. And they're like, no. And he's like, what do you mean, guys? I don't know what you mean. This is social things.
Hangman was doing his very best to not have to fight his friend.
Yeah.
And we commend him for that.
We commend him for that. Even if he's on the spectrum.
I'm on the spectrum.
I'm not, so it's just me being...
It's not pure ableism. Guys, it's not pure ableism.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, they accept the open challenge, and they say, you abandoned us. We're going to fight now.
We're going to do the old fisticuffs.
Yeah. That's it. That was a promo.
It was really good. It was alright. It's finally progressing the Dark Order.
Yes.
Because they felt like a very stagnant stable / group for a very long time in my eyes. And so it's progressing them to something, which is better than nothing.
Yeah, which we will learn more about later tonight.
Ooh.
So they went to ad break, and then they came back, and it was a promo with Jericho and Sammy Guevara. A lot of promos. Jericho essentially says, I'm going to be the Painmaker.
And that's it.
And that's about it.
And really bad mic work. Oh, not bad mic work from Renee. She did what I think would be the logical thing.
Really, honestly, Jericho just really fucked her around.
She was trying her best. Jericho was saying something. He passed off to Sammy. She moved the mic to Sammy. Sammy didn't say anything, and then he kept talking, and then
he kept talking.
Big fuck around with the mic,
and then acted like he finished. And then when she came to bring it back to herself, he started talking again.
Actively being a heel.
Motherfucker, learn how to cut a promo or hold the microphone yourself.
Oh my god. Telling this to Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Yeah, Jericho, learn how to promo, huh? Yeah, from two guys who talk about wrestling, learn how to promo, man.
Yeah, man, learn how to cut a promo. After that, it was the Elite match. The Elite versus Dark Order.
This was pretty solid.
It was a good match. I quite enjoyed the match. I liked the storytelling of... Hangman essentially is trying to wrestle a match.
Yeah.
He wants to out-wrestle them. He doesn't want to have to strike them in any way.
Which is fair.
Yeah, it's a fair thing to do, I would say.
If you're trying to not fight your friends.
Yeah.
Or what you think is friends. Yeah, it was good. A lot of good spots at least. Johnny Hungy, always good.
Always good.
Got his arms in Hangman's face and said, "I'm jacked."
I'm jacked as shit, bro. I love it. I love
Good
Johnny
shit.
Hungy. And
Alex Reynolds took a lot of offense in this.
as he should. Johnny Hungy is the hot tag, so Alex Reynolds has to take the damage.
There was this one bit where Johnny Hungy and Alex Reynolds, they did the like finishing move, I think, where it's just a sequence of moves.
Yeah. I believe they call it the Wombo Combo.
It's so good. Like more tag teams need to just do a sequence of moves like together as a finisher.
Yeah.
Is that their finisher?
That is their finisher normally.
Yeah. I think more tag teams need to do that.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Like the big rig is cool and all. Don't get me wrong, but imagine if they did something before the big rig, and it was like part of it, a sequence. It just makes sense for a tag team, and it looks good. It looks dynamic.
The way that they do it really makes it look like 100 times better.
That's
like
good shit.
It's already a good combo, and then just like the way that they execute it makes it look so much better. They're so good at the execution.
Sadly, Mr. Hungy takes the pin, doesn't he?
He does take the pin after Hangman. So Hangman hasn't been trying to strike them. Evil Uno keeps striking Hangman off of the apron. Which is just like that's a fucking bullshit move, man. It's a coward's punch. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, Hangman tags in with Evil Uno in the ring. He's trying to talk to him, doesn't want to fight. Uno just keeps punching him until Hangman decides, okay, that's it. Yeah, we're gonna fight. And then for the rest of the match, Hangman is just actually wrestling and fighting and like hitting his regular moves.
Although he did, they had the BT. They did the BT trigger.
Yep.
But before that, Hangman was about to do a buckshot lariat, but didn't.
He hesitated on the buckshot, but then he did hit the buckshot in the end. After the BT trigger, he did hit the buckshot.
Yeah. Killed John Silver.
Pinned John Silver. Hey, I'm fine with that. John Silver took a lot. He took a massive lariat from Hangman, which I would have believed as a finish. He then took the BT trigger, which is their finisher, and then he took the buckshot, which is Hangman's finisher. So, like, it was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you need to keep Hungy down.
And then after the match, Hangman is over Johnny Hungy, and he's apologizing, I think. He's kind of just being like, I'm sorry, man, I don't want to have to do this. Like, we're friends. Like, I want to...
He's crying. He's, oh, so sorry.
Yeah. And then out come the BCC, those evil bastards.
The best faction. The ultimate good guys.
Those evil bastards come out, and they're bloody wailing on them.
A very important bit.
Yeah, true, that's right.
Dark Order just slinks out.
Yeah, Dark Order, they're looking,
anything.
they're watching. They have the decision to make. Are they going to help or are they going to not? And then they kind of like wave it off. They go, no, whatever. Like I believe Uno literally says you chose your friends.
Which is how kind of friends work, but you know.
I mean, this is what I said I wanted a couple of weeks back is the Dark Order has a legitimate grievance with Hangman and they take it too far. And they're taking it too far was leaving him high and dry. So
is this? Did you say that on recording?
I believe so. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Now we have evidence of your correct predictions. Because I think a few weeks back we'd have to be like, oh yeah, so you said this, but like it wasn't recorded.
That's true.
Now we're recording shit, so we can come back and go, look how right we are all the time. 100%. We've never been wrong. We've never said that Jack Perry shouldn't be a heel and everything. We're not wrong about that.
I still agree that he shouldn't be a heel.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I get ahead of myself. What can I say?
So Dark Order walk away, and then as Dark Order are walking away, who's that? It's Eddie Kingston. He's running down. He's going to stop. Fucking Claudio stomps directly on Eddie Kingston as he gets in the ring. That was crazy.
And he slips as well, Claudio.
That was a crazy move. I was so psyched to see that.
It was very rough. I was like, oh, Jesus, I hope Claudio didn't twist an ankle. But he's good. And then Yuta gets an armbar on Eddie Kingston.
While Claudio
honestly,
sits on a chair on top of him.
Oh, no, I mean, like, you didn't need that. But, yeah, it helped. You know, you're not going to say, you're not going to refuse help from your friends. So,
yeah.
But, I mean, Yuta could have just done that to Eddie.
They stabbed Hangman in the head with a screwdriver.
Makes sense.
Hangman was bloody. Kingston's arms fucked. The Young Bucks are down. And Moxley picks up a microphone and he says, it's been fun, but it's time to end this. July 19th, Blood and Guts.
Blood and Guts, Blood and Guts, Blood and Guts.
July 19th in Boston, Blood and Guts, which to me says that Eddie Kingston's going to be in that match because why wouldn't he be?
Why wouldn't Eddie Kingston be in a Blood and Guts match? He loves that shit.
The only problem I see is is Kenny going to be in that match?
Brian Danielson's definitely not going to be in that match.
Can't be in that match.
Unless he wrestles with the cast.
I don't see that happening. So, because they have Mox, Yuta, Claudio, and Takeshita.
Yeah.
So if
That's 4.
So if the
Am I
Elite
counting?
have all of themselves plus Eddie, who's going to be the 5th man for BCC?
Oh,
Maybe
fair.
Shota Umino.
Mm.
He is Moxley's protege.
You know what we didn't touch on in Forbidden Door is Coda wasn't there, and we were hoping Coda was going to be there.
Yeah, we were hoping Coda was going to be there. I mean, I'm still pretty sure that Coda will show up in AEW at some point. I think it's more of a matter of where and when rather than if.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they'll save it for All In.
Oh yeah, could be cool.
Could be cool.
Could be fun. Could be cool. Could be fun.
Yeah, but Blood and Guts on July 19th. What are your thoughts?
I love Blood and Guts. They've always been great matches to watch.
Yeah, Blood and Guts are good
And
matches.
it's the BCC versus the Elite, which is 2 great stables. I don't know. I don't really see much going wrong. I don't have many thoughts because my thoughts are just, it's a good match.
Yeah, I mean, like, BCC and the Elite are gonna probably be trying to show themselves up from Anarchy in the arena, which was already fucking insane. I mean, Matt Jackson literally took a bunch of thumbtacks to the foot.
And in his mouth.
So, like, how you outdo that for craziness, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna do the Undertaker spot, Nick Foley through the fucking.
I mean, Sammy Guevara did that last year at Blood and Guts.
No. Through the mesh, unprotected.
Oh,
onto
okay.
the
Through the mesh
canvas.
onto the canvas, no protection at all. That makes sense.
Yeah. They should do that. I think that would be really safe. I think.
That'd be really safe and cool, I think.
Get me in there. I'll tell them what to do.
I'll test it myself.
No. Fuck that. No, I'll just point and go, you guys should jump from here to here, and they go, hey, that's not safe. I'll be like, do it, and then they have to.
You're not safe. What?
Yeah, I'll just staunch on Moxley. What can he do, huh?
Yeah, what can he do?
What can he do? I would die. Anyway,
out comes Jungle Boy. This is their next segment.
Next segment,
Jungle Boy.
Yeah. I don't think the crowd was on board at first when he started talking.
The promo in total wasn't very hot, I would say. Like the crowd wasn't very hot for it.
I feel like it was towards the end. It was pretty
But
hot.
towards the end, it got hot, and there were spots where he got good heat.
My most hated line from it was when he said he was banging the hottest bitch.
Yeah, he says
Yeah,
he's,
I didn't like that.
yeah, yep. I mean, like I said on the Forbidden Door one, I did say that they should put them together. That seems like a lead into them being put together.
It does, but like, don't say that Jay's the hottest bitch. It just doesn't sound right. Like, I don't know.
I mean, he's a heel.
It doesn't sound right coming.
He's a heel. He's disrespectful.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like, okay. He was a face at some point, right?
Yeah.
So they were together, right? Still, maybe.
Yes.
So why would he then transfer his thought past? It's just always, it leads back into like when he was a face, he probably was thinking that then in kayfabe.
Yeah. Well, so that's the problem with like this kind of heel turn. He's leaned fully into a heel.
Yeah, like if he was kind of like a bit salty and you could like, but he just went full on into it.
He's like full into it. You know, he talks about being cheated out of 2 championships, and then he has to see this entitled second generation brat walking around with a special championship made just like that's like just for him.
I think that's good motivation.
Yeah, that's pretty good motivation. You know, but I think that could have been good motivation if he didn't then immediately lean so far into heelishness. Like, he changed almost his entire character based off of the fact that Hook has a title.
Maybe they might swing it back around to the MJF stuff. I don't know.
Because, like, if they just had him come out and be, like, indignant about it, right? Like, he comes out, he's still, like, the same guy, but he's just like, what is going on in this place that some brat who's only here because of his dad has a title? And I don't.
Maybe they were worried that the crowd would have sided with him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But I feel like leaning so hard into the heel, it kind of taints the babyface run.
I'm curious to see what music he picks and what he probably won't be Jungle Boy anymore. I'm curious to see where the character goes, but I'm like not too thrilled about the heel turn for him. Like, if you go back in any of our recordings, I'm a big fan of most people turning heel, right?
Yes.
I don't think Jungle Boy was one of those people.
I agree. I think Jungle Boy was someone who could absolutely get away with just being a pure babyface his entire career.
That might have been boring for him, but
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, if he's getting stale right in front of with the fans, like the fans aren't popping for him as big as they used to. The answer for someone like Jungle Boy would probably be just to take them off TV for a little bit, and then when they come back, it's going to be a big pop. People are going to be excited.
But he was a heel. He said weird things about AJ.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. He says, I know. He says, I know what this title means to you, Hook, and I know what it means to your family, and then looks up at Taz, and the crowd starts chanting, asshole, and then he says to Taz, oh, look, Taz, they're talking about you.
Taz is gonna kill him.
Taz is, in fact, gonna kill him. Or at least, I would love to see Taz kill him. But anyway, out comes Hook, Jungle Boy...
Fucking books it.
Jungle Boy books it, yeah, like, Jungle Boy's like, when I see you, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. And then Hook's music hits, and Jungle Boy immediately books it.
I think he's taking heel lessons from MJF.
MJF and Christian. Boy can run, though.
Oh, yeah, he was fast. I was like, holy shit, did he take, track and field in his school or something?
And, they were talking about, Hook's a Division I athlete. You can't outrun him. But, I don't know, the way Hook was running and the way that Jungle Boy was running, I think Jungle Boy could have been miles away.
Oh, yeah. Jungle Boy's got fucking cardio at the wazoo, apparently.
This kid knows how to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting, I guess. I didn't want it to happen. I'm a little disappointed that it happened, but I'm not, mad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just curious to see where it goes. That's where I'm at, anyway.
Moving on, we have, in picture, we have Sammy Guevara come out with the signs.
I fucking hate that.
I hate the signs, too. We've talked about how much we hate the signs, not on this podcast, but interpersonally, we've talked about how much we hate the signs.
They're boring, they're slow, they kill everything. He's not a face anymore. Stop doing them. That's that's my grievances with them.
Yeah, they're just not a good thing. I guess, if it's happening in picture, it doesn't matter for the American audience, but for us who's watching a fight, I want to see what they say, kind of, but because sometimes they do say something important, but then most of the time I'm just sitting there ugh. Why the fuck are these here?
Whatever.
That's all I have to say about that. Oh, I guess the signs, they say, we're destined to fight forever, Darby.
It was just a slight promo for Fight Forever, which comes out at 11 p.m. our time in a couple hours.
Yeah, baby.
By the time this episode will be up, Fight Forever will be out.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know why I'm promoting it. I'm not being paid to do that.
Hopefully they'll start paying us.
This is a channel dedicated to all elite wrestling.
Yeah, let them pay us. I'll be a shill. I don't care.
Mr. Khan, hi. I know you're one of our 9 subscribers.
Hello, Mr. Tony Khan. It's us. This Week in Elite. I'm Logan.
Yeah.
That guy's Ethan.
Yeah.
We will be shills. We have no morals when it comes to this. I will just say what you want me to say about this show.
Little puppet.
Literally just give me
That's
a
us. Yep. Little puppets. That's what we are. Put your hand right up us.
Yep. I was about to say the exact same thing.
But for now, let's talk shit. Anyway, the Ruby Soho match.
Yeah, look. So it's a squash match. Britt Baker is sick. They can't do the women's Owen Hart tournament match that they were going to do, which was Ruby versus Britt, but they replaced it with a squash match.
I don't know if they should have done that.
Yeah, look, you've got one women's match on the show, and it's going to be a squash match. It's a little bit weird.
And of all people, Ruby Soho's the one who's squashing. I don't know. And then she did so after the squash, there's not much to talk about because it was literally a squash match.
It was literally a squash match.
She did Britt Baker's finisher.
Yeah, she finished with the lockjaw.
And then she did a promo, which was I don't know, I'm not too thrilled on Ruby Soho promos, but it was probably the better ones.
It was probably her best promo that she's done in a while, at least in recent memory.
But like I was saying to you when we were watching, I was like, they could have done Ruby versus Willow, Ruby versus Sky Blue, and other stuff like that, just to keep it more interesting.
I guess the problem with if they did Ruby versus Sky Blue, that's actually the next stage of the tournament.
Oh, okay,
I
see.
If they did Ruby versus Willow, that's potentially the finals of the tournament. But I feel like they
have more women than that. They could have just Ty Valkyrie.
They could have just taken Ruby out of a match and done a different match.
Yeah.
They have Statlander versus Lady Frost on Collision on Saturday. Could they not have moved that to here?
Depends on traveling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but I feel like I feel like it would have been possible.
Could have been, but, we got the match that we did.
Ah.
Yeah. There's not much to say about it, which is unfortunate.
They do the L on the local talent. That's it.
Okay, what's next?
It's the main event.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay.
It is Painmaker Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin and Sting.
I feel like this match was pretty good.
This match was exactly what it needed to be, minus one thing.
What's that?
They didn't show any sort of development in the friction that they have been showing between Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it just kind of was back to normal, wasn't it?
Which, I just don't... I feel like Sammy was getting over without... when he was
separating from Chris.
He was getting over. Feels like Chris Jericho is just holding him back at this point.
Yeah, I feel like it seems that most of the pillars, when they separate from their mentors, do better at this stage anyway. Because you got MJF doesn't have Cody around anymore, and he's never had Cody around since I've been watching, and he's been top of the talent. Jungle Boy, when he separated from Chris, did really well.
Yep.
Darby's still hanging around Sting, but it's kind of a loose kind of partnership.
Yeah, I think Darby's was the loosest pairing of the bunch the whole time.
Yeah. And then you kind of have Sammy still stuck with Chris.
Yeah. And when Sammy got away from Chris was when Sammy was the TNT champion. And his initial run with the TNT championship was pretty good. I mean, not run, but I mean, when he won it, he was over when he won it.
Yeah, and then Cody fucked it up.
I mean, Cody fucked it up, but he also fucked it up by not being able to keep his tongue out of his wife's mouth.
And also prorating 2 belts around, which I forever will think is a dumb decision. But they were the same belt, just 2 weeks difference.
Yeah, it was weird. But this match was good. You had the table spot on the outside where Sting jumped from a ladder in the ring onto Sammy, who was on top of 2 tables on the outside of the ring. Fairly
Sting should
far
have not
away
done
from the
that.
ring. Sting should not have been the person doing that. Only one of the tables broke.
One of the tables was already broken when they were getting it out, I think.
Which is ironically the one that didn't break when they hit it. Yeah, I mean...
Sting needs to stop.
I think he knows that he's leaving soon. Ish.
Hasn't he been teasing retirement for forever or something?
Yeah, he has, but I think he's probably really retiring sometime soon. Yeah, I mean, the match was fun. There's really not much to say about it because I don't think I don't think it developed any stories. It was just a fun match in general.
Yeah.
Darby's always fun to watch. Sting is going pretty well.
Sting is being Sting.
The fact that he did the table spot and then was also the person to finish the match and get the pin is insane.
Yeah, he needs to calm down. Didn't he also take a really nasty bump at Forbidden Door and then just get back in the ring like it was nothing?
Yeah, that was the 630 through the table.
Yeah. Sting, you motherfucker.
Sting,
Stop it.
You are over the age of 60. You need to calm it down.
Have you ever heard of retirement, buddy? You probably got enough money. There's a nice place in Costa Rica. Serves nice margaritas. It's very relaxing. There's a beach. You should think about going there. Or fuck it, come to the Gold Coast. Probably not here, up Sunshine Coast.
Honestly, either
nice
one.
Beaches
either
there.
one's probably a bad.
Either one.
Bad call.
Oh, bad call.
Bad call.
Fuck. I don't know.
Go up to Noosa.
Just it's too much of a deep cut. International audience, remember. Hey, go to the Gold Coast and catch some waves, Sting. Remember, 39% of our audience is American.
That's true. All right, Sting. It's time for you to head on down to Melbourne, Australia. They've got good coffee there, I heard.
Yeah, but no beach. Do you want him to relax? Go to a beach, dude. Surfer Sting. Bring Surfer Sting back and just catch some waves.
Catch some waves, dude. Absolutely bodacious. Totally tubular.
Yeah. Just chill out for a hot minute, Sting, It's all good.
You've done enough.
You've done enough. Go rest. And on that note, I think we should end this episode of This Week in Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter at This Week in Elite.
We don't really do much on Twitter, but hey, interact with us. We'll interact back.
And maybe I'll start causing some Ooh, some chaos, maybe.
Yeah, because I can't shit talk on wrestling because I have no anything.
Who knows? It just depends.
I'm not spicy
I
enough.
probably honestly won't, but
Wow. Okay. Anyway, all good. All right. Well, thank you for watching. We'll try. So we'll see how this goes, and if this goes well, we'll record more like this.
yeah.
If that makes sense. And so we'll do maybe a Rampage and Collision one. I don't know about Rampage.
We'll probably just do a Collision one.
Yeah, we're gonna forget about Rampage.
There's 5 hours of wrestling. I think we can forget about one of them.
Fuck it out. All right, we can recap Collision we can recap Rampage on Collision and just talk about it loosely.
Yeah. I'd be down for that as long as we remember to watch it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next week on This Week in Elite.
Bye.